Hey everybody, Austin back again, nearing the end of this July 2014 Sega Master System Let's Play Marathon. This is our second to last game, and probably one of the cooler games that I've covered in this marathon. Now, it's not a phenomenal game, it's Alien Syndrome. It's a pretty basic game, actually, when you think of it. But it's one that's always had sort of a creepy atmosphere, to me, anyway, in my opinion. And it plays well. It's got a fun enough concept. And I want to say you can do two players at the same time in this game, which makes it even cooler. I think it's two players at the same time. But yeah, this is a conversion of an arcade game by the same name. This game made its way to many other platforms as well, including Sega's competitor at the time, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Which I think the Master System version is actually a good bit better than the NES version, which was common for those Sega to NES arcade conversions. The Master System versions were typically better than the NES ones, but I'm pretty sure this one was definitely better than the NES Alien Syndrome. So I have actually never played the arcade version personally, so I can't really vouch for it. This game was made available though through the Sega Ages, the Sega 3D Ages series for the PlayStation 2 in Japan, and then in the compilation Sega, I believe it was the Sega's, God, I can't even talk straight, I can't even think straight right now, the Sega Classic Collection for the PlayStation 2, not the Sega Genesis Collection, but just Sega Classic Collection. That was actually a compilation of the Sega 3D Ages titles, or some of them anyway, from Japan, and Alien Syndrome was one of them on that disc. So I have played that. That was kind of interesting. Not that great. I think I'd rather play the Master System version. But yeah, that just goes to show that Alien Syndrome has been ported many times over the years, and obviously we've got the Master System version here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game and sort of explain how it works, as I've been doing throughout this marathon. And again, I'm pretty sure it's two players at the same time if you want to, but obviously I'm going to be flying solo here. I don't have any friends. Yeah, I'm going to be flying solo. So, alright, Alien Syndrome, you've got a timer at the top right-hand corner of the screen. As you can see, enemies just constantly spawn in and spawn out. There's no end to them. There's no end to them. So, don't feel bad if you wipe out a whole room of enemies and they just keep coming in. But yeah, there's a timer at the top right-hand corner of the screen. You do have a limited amount of time, and then I don't know if it's game over or if it's just you lose a life. I'm not 100% certain. I try not to let the timer run out in this game. The goal is to basically find your comrades and capture them. And after you've captured all of them, the boss room will open. And so let me go up here and over to the left here. That is the exit, also known as the boss room. So that's where the bosses appear in this game, and that opens up once you essentially, rescue all of your comrades. So here's one right here. We'll go ahead and pick him up, and that's pretty much the goal of the game. You have a variety of weapons you can use to get through the game, and I typically like having the laser. There's basically three main forms of firepower in this game. There's the laser, which goes all the way across the screen. There's the flame shot, which is a little bit wider than the laser, which I have right now. So it makes hitting enemies a little bit easier, but it doesn't go all the way across the screen. So, and then you've got your typical shot. Whoa, that was close. That face respawned. The faces all respawn in this game. I totally forgot about that. This game is not conducive to talking and playing at the same time. You really need, because of the enemies respawning, the nature of the enemies respawning, it makes it very tough to talk and play at the same time. Kind of like Fantasy Zone. Fantasy Zone was kind of tough to talk and play at the same time because the enemies just kept coming. It's like, let me pause the game or just sit here. Let me just sit here without having to pause the game, because pausing the game just disrupts the flow completely. But, yeah, I think I pretty much explained Alien Syndrome in a nutshell. There's not really much else to the game. It's just rescue your comrades. There are these warp icons here, which I'm not going to use. That takes me to some other part of the map. I don't know what part of the map that is. I'm just going to keep walking around. But I definitely know there's a comrade up here. pretty much every section in the game leads you to a comrade. The game's levels aren't really designed to where they just put you in dead ends. Usually, yeah, maybe there's like a small dead end, but along the way you're gonna run into a comrade at the same time, which you need to rescue anyway. So don't feel bad about just running around aimlessly. Chances are wherever you're moving in this game will take you somewhere important eventually. So, and having a little bit of memory definitely helps, because you don't want to be going to the same places over and over again. Obviously, you want to be efficient because you're timed. And so, yeah, man, I keep moving diagonally when I don't want to. As I mentioned in my previous Let's Play video, I believe it was Global Defense, and I am actually using a Master System controller now. And throughout this entire Let's Play marathon, I've been using a Sega Genesis controller, Sega Genesis 6-button controller to be exact, which is one of my favorite controllers of all time, and it's got one of my favorite directional pads of all time on it. It's just very accurate, and it's floating. It doesn't hurt your thumb. It's very, very nice, much like the Saturn Model 2 D-pad. But yeah, Alien Syndrome is one of those games that, for some reason or another, does not work with the Sega Genesis controller. Now, obviously, that wasn't intentional on Sega's part. This game came out well before the Sega Genesis did. But, yeah, it does not work with a Sega Genesis controller, which is unfortunate. And the reason it's unfortunate is Alien Syndrome is one of those games where you have to go in all directions. You have to move in 360 degrees. Okay, and actually the music just changed, which means I am ready to go to the boss. So let me take this warp zone, see if it takes me... Some warp zones take you right in front of the exit door, which that one did not. But are we... Okay, we're at the top, I believe, so this is going to be the exit room right here. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and just let the time tick down for a minute and kill some enemies. You do get extra lives from points, so grinding for enemies is not a bad idea. Considering I don't think you get continues in this game, grinding for points is not a bad idea at all. So, but as I was saying, yeah, this is one of those games that does not use a Sega Genesis controller, which makes the game a little bit more challenging to play. You have to be very accurate with your movements because, you know, if you're not careful with the Master System D-pad, which again is just a big square, which makes it very easy to accidentally go diagonally. Or if you're trying to go diagonally, it makes you go up, down, left, or right perfectly straight when you meant to go diagonally. You know, you can screw up any direction essentially with ease on a Master System controller. So, I wanted to definitely get that out there and make it known as I am playing this game. So in case I die, it's probably not going to be entirely my fault. Like if I just happen to just haphazardly slam into an enemy, it's probably going to be partially the game's fault because of... Well, not the game's fault. It's going to be the controller's fault. Alright, so we're at our first boss. And every boss in the game, I want to say, has a weak point, essentially. And this guy's weak point is sort of right at the front on the tip of him. And again, I like having the laser because it shoots all the way across the screen. If I had just the flame, I'd have to get up close to him the entire time. Like, if I wanted to, I can just... That was close. It only takes one hit to die in this game, mind you. So you have to be careful. So there we go. Yeah, with the laser, I can just stay all the way back, which is great. And there we go. Round clear. Total hits, 162. There was barely enough time to read that. I did not skip through that, mind you. That was, yeah. So, oh, good. Laser, right from the get-go. Your weapons, as you can see, are inside, or, sorry, huddled along the wall. And you just run into them to pick them up. So let's go up here. I don't remember the layout of this stage. I do remember you have to go both ways. And, yeah, let's just keep going. Now, the game's not really that hard to figure out in terms of, like, the level design and things like that. It's just, keep going. Just keep moving. And then if you get into a dead end, you know, okay, I've already been to this area. I don't have to come back here again. And then you just, you know, trial and error, process of elimination. So, okay, I've come down to this room. It's a dead end, but it's got a comrade. So I needed to come here anyway. And so I'm just going to go back out and never come down here again. I have no need to. But I needed to go down there anyway. So now we're going to try going right, because I've already come from the upwards direction. So I'm going to go right. And it looks like I've already been here too. So I'm going to go down here. I haven't been here. Wait, or was this from the beginning? I totally forgot. My memory sucks. Nope. This is exactly where I need to be. So there's another comrade. And I don't remember how many comrades per stage you have to pick up. I don't know if it's like 8 or 9 or 10 or 30. Now, definitely not 30, but it's at least 8 to 10, I would think. So let's go over here. Yep, that's the... Okay. And this is where we went originally, yeah. So we're going to go back down. We've basically already gone the whole way we could on the left-hand portion of the stage. We're going to go to the right-hand portion now. Remember, when you first start off in this level, it's pretty much you can go left or right. So I'm going to come up here. There's a comrade. We're going to have to go back there. There's the exit. That's actually really good to know. It's always great to know where the exit is in this game, especially when you're running out of time. So, comrade's up there. I don't know why I'm calling them comrades, by the way. I'm assuming they're your comrades. I should say, like, hostages or something like that. Or maybe stranded workers. I have no idea what they are. But I'm just going to keep referring to them as comrades since I've been doing that this whole episode. Alright. So again, some of these level designs, they really aren't that complicated. It's just, again, process of elimination. And there's N, which I believe is your normal weapon, which I'm not going to pick up. And I'm going to skip that comrade for now, because I'm going to be back to that section anyway. And actually, I could probably skip that dude for now, too. I'll just get him on the way back. Yep, see, there's another one. Now we can get this guy in the way back. And again, I'm going to just kill all these enemies while I can, because I'd like to get as far as I can in this game. This is a... Well, the boss room's open already, and I haven't even gotten everybody. I guess you only have to get a certain amount of guys. You don't have to get all of them. I thought you had to get all of them. I'm going to get all of them anyway. Got plenty of time left. There's no reason not to. But yeah, when the music changes like that, that means the exit is open. But as I was saying, I definitely want to try to kill as many enemies as I can, because I've never beaten this game before. And so, for one, don't expect me to beat this game in this Let's Play. But, you know, much like my Fantasy Zone 2 Let's Play, you know, I definitely like to see how far I can get. Maybe just by luck, or a combination of luck and skill, I'll manage to actually beat it for my first time. So, no wishful thinking on my part. I don't want to get my hopes up and then get disappointed. I do want to demonstrate this. N stands for, I believe, the normal firepower. So we're going to go ahead and pick it up, and there we go. Yeah, look at how dinky that thing is. It's terrible. But I wanted to demonstrate that because we got the laser down here. Just like so. So let's go back and go to the boss room. Try to kill as many enemies as I can if they're easy to. You know, just be patient. Question mark. I don't know what the question marks do. I don't know if they're just points. I don't think they give you, like, weapons. Or maybe they do. Maybe they can give you... Maybe they can warp you when you don't really want to warp. You know, maybe they do something like that. I have no idea. I generally avoid the question marks. So... Just trying to stay focused to not die at this dude. It's like sometimes, okay, it's like sometimes it wants to hit and other times it doesn't. The hit detection on the bosses is awkward. Arado. See, it doesn't ever tell you how many guys you have to capture, or rescue, sorry. Whoa, that was close. Thought I was gonna die by that dude. Good laser to start off with. Let's go left to start off with. Kind of like we did last time. This is where the levels get a little more complicated, or complex, in terms of the level design. You've got these sort of platforms you can walk on, and you gotta be really careful with them because, you know, one false move or one bad move will send you flying off and you'll fall into space, which is kind of weird. Shouldn't your character be suffocating or something right about now? Considering it's just wide open space. Who knows? This is a video game, not real life, so it's okay. So, okay, we're gonna keep going. Just gonna skip the question marks. Last thing I want is to get a warp zone by accident. Get warped back to the beginning or something, and then have to come back here. You know, you especially don't want something like that happening when your time's about to run out. The laser is great because it just slices through multiple enemies at once. Pretty good feeling in this game. I do like that. Let's go this way. Whoa. Almost landed right on that face. We'll go straight up. It's getting a little tense because this D-pad is just not... You get in a tight situation and you panic and it's, you know, you'll go in a direction you don't want to. Oh, man! God. That was my fault. I'm running around like an idiot trying to just, you know, milk all the enemies I can. And when the guys start spawning in, it's just they they spawn in. You have like a brief moment. I think I just got an extra life. Whoa. See, I just totally went diagonal there, and I didn't mean to. It's this Master System controller is just, man. Whoa, they fire now. Whew. This game's catching me off guard, big time. This is actually probably... Whoa, see, my guy just went diagonal. I didn't even press the diagonal function. Ah, that's why it sucks this game doesn't work with the Genesis controller. It makes the game a lot more challenging, and not in a good way. Like, you shouldn't have to be fighting with the controls. That's bad challenge, you know? That's a challenge that could be avoided completely. And it's not the game's fault, it's just... In this specific situation, it just doesn't like the Genesis controller. I think... Oh, that's right. We already went up this way. Why am I even... I still need to get that guy, though. That's why I'm coming back up this way. Let me get this question mark, see what it is. Nothing, really. Maybe just some points. I have no idea. Yeah, I need to go up now. We need to get over to the right. No, we need to just get up here, because there's a dude. What is S? Oh, it clears everything. And look at that, the frame rate improves big time when there's no enemies on screen. Alright, so we need to go down now. Go left. Whoa, that was close. He was like literally right on top of me. I got lucky I didn't die there. We didn't already run across the exit, did we? If we did, I have no idea. I totally forgot already. Damn short-term memory. There's the warp, which sometimes will just put you right in front of the exit. Depends on the warp that you pick up. I need to get that one. Either that person looked like a chick. Could be wrong. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, it looks like a female. So you got males and females. I guess the males are green, the females are yellow. And it looks like I'm running out of time. I only got 58 seconds left. I need to book it. I already went there. I need to go up and around. Whoa, that is really tight. Oh, man. Still need another one at least. No music change yet, which means the exit is still closed. There we go. Wait. Alright, that's it. I don't know where the exit is, though. I'm gonna come down here, try to hit that warp zone, see if it takes me right in front of the exit. Whoa! What the hell, man? What the fuck? The controller totally screwed me up. I went over that screen, it went diagonal, and I didn't push in a diagonal direction, though. Wow, so it kills you, and it doesn't reset the time. There's the exit. This is gonna be a pain. Not having a real weapon. Hey, dude! Ting, 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 ting. Ah, that's right, you have to wait for it to open. God, this weapon is useless. This is the sheer definition of useless weapon. I guess getting on top is good. Thanks, I know the time's running out. Dicks! Gonna run out? Ah, watch that be game over. Great, I get it. We're dead. Okay, good, no game over. Is it gonna put me at the boss? No. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't tell me I have to do this whole level over again. You gotta be freaking kidding me, dude. Really? Was that... Ah. Look at that, guy. Ah. What the hell, man? Seriously? Why? Oh, jeez, dude. We've got to go through the whole thing again. And hopefully not suck at it this time. Which, it's hard to not suck when the controller sucks. And the platforms are really tight. You've got little room to wiggle around. Because I have to grind less on the enemies, that's all. Whoa. I still don't know how many lives I have. It's like you get limited lives, but you don't know how many you have, so... trying to just focus and make sure I can make it through this game, but I don't know. Curious to know your thoughts on this game if you've ever played this version of Alien Syndrome. Or if you've, you know, maybe played a different version of Alien Syndrome. Curious to know what you have to think about that too. Like if you happen to play the NES version, or if you played the original arcade version, or you played the Sega 3D Ages remake. Definitely curious to know your thoughts on that game. Yeah. I like Alien Syndrome. I always have. Again, I never played the original arcade version. But, like I said, it's always a game that has had, like, sort of an ominous, creepy atmosphere to it that, you didn't get with a lot of games back in the day. So, it was a pretty cool game. Still is a pretty cool game. I would think the arcade version is probably a little bit better because you don't have to deal with crappy controls. The graphics are probably better. I would assume the sound effects are better, and so it's probably the better game overall. And I'd like to play the arcade version now that I think about it. I haven't played it before, so that's going to be on my bucket list. I really like Sega's arcade games from the late 80s and mid to late 80s and on. They just, I mean, Sega was on fire back then. They were really kings of the arcade back then. So I guess technically I could just exit because the music changed, but I'm down here. Might as well pick up this other guy. As long as I don't die, I should be able to beat the boss. The problem is, I wasn't able to even hit the boss half the time because my firepower wouldn't even reach his weak spot. So I think this is the right way. Yeah, this should be it. Alright, let's do this. It's not even, it didn't even connect that time. Oh. Got it. The laser is a little weird. I mean, sometimes it looks like it obviously should hit and register, but it doesn't. It just goes through. Your mission is now about halfway completed. Great. Does that mean I still have 4 more levels after this? Wow. This game is brutal in that case if it's if there's more levels, because again, like I said, I don't think you get continues in this game. But if that last level was any indication, I definitely need to speed things up if I'm going to make it any farther. Because when you run out of time, assuming you have lives left, you've got to do the whole level over again, which we don't want that. So that's 2 guys. We're going to go ahead and take it left. The enemies themselves don't really seem to be anything to write home about. I mean, they don't really do much different. It's not like they're faster now. I mean, they're a tiny bit faster, but they're not really noticeably faster. That's what I meant. It's not like they're flying across the screen. I mean, I'm not complaining about that in terms of actually just progressing through and making it somewhere in the game, but looks like I got an extra life. But the enemies definitely aren't that tricky. As long as you know, you can actually move straight where you want to. It's not too bad. Really picking up these guys fast. Yeah, I think I like this level more than the last one. I did not like those floating platforms where you could easily walk off and just fall into space and die. And again, it's just because of the controller. If I was using a Sega Genesis controller, it would be different. Because I wouldn't be, you know, moving in directions I don't want to. So... Is this the last one? Nope. Oh, damn. Where are the other ones at? Did I miss a place? I was pretty sure I came down here, right? Did I go right? I might not have gone right. I do. What? I've already been here. Where are the guys at? Maybe I didn't go up. Did I go up? No, I did not go up. That's it. Okay, cool. Last one I needed. Well, that was easier than the last stage, that's for sure. I was hoping that would take me to the exit. Oops. Alright, boss time. I don't think I've gotten this far, so I don't know what boss I'm at. Oh, great. Oh no, this dude's gonna be a major pain in the ass, I can tell already. I mean, with no weapons... Oh man, is that game over? No, not game over yet. Look how short your range is on this thing. It's useless. I mean, it's totally useful in the game, but on these bosses? Wow. Not at all. I wonder if this guy only fires to the left and right. I think he does. I don't think he fires when he's down below. So I guess the goal would be to get him up high. Like so. Let him come down. And just wail on him like that. Let's see if I can do that again. If I can do that, I might be able to take him out. Otherwise, he's... yeah, no go. No bueno. That was close. Very close. I can hit him from the top, too. Running out of time, running out of time. Oh no! Shit. Man. No continues either, I'm assuming. I have no idea. Yeah, no continues. I mean, assuming that was the continue code. I have no idea. I don't even know if there's a continue code or not. But that was really disappointing. I actually thought I had a chance at that boss. I had a pattern and a rhythm down. And then I just happened to touch like 1 pixel of him and I died. And that was it. Game over. So there you have it, guys. Alien Syndrome for the Master System. It's not a bad game at all. It's probably one of the better arcade to home conversions for the system because it was one of those games that was just made using completely two-dimensional visuals. There were no 3D effects or anything. It was just, I think it was a lot easier to recreate on the Master System. Unlike a lot of those earlier games I did in this marathon, like Thunderblade and Outrun and so forth. Alien Syndrome is a pretty cool game. If you got a Master System, I'd suggest checking it out. Again, I'm pretty sure it's 2 players at the same time, and that would make the game a lot more interesting. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. We have officially one more game in this Let's Play session, this Let's Play marathon to go through. And stay tuned for that. We're not quite done yet, but we are pretty much at the end of July as we speak. But there's at least one more Master System game to come, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. Until then, take care.